Hey man, say man, it's your boy KJ, the host of the broadcast podcast SL Sports Language, giving you the livest, latest news about sports and events. And I'll put it to you like this. You got an opinion? Debate me about it. You disagree with what I say? Debate me about it. Hold on. If you don't like what I say or said, debate me about it! Speaking of debating me about it, put it in the comment section. Follow the comment section, like, comment, subscribe. I repeat, like, comment, subscribe. So you get your latest news information about sports from your host, KJ, the host of the broadcast podcast, SL Sports Language. And hey man, let's get it. Now, I've been waiting to talk about this topic since I don't know when. I know I've been MIA when it comes to the NBA bars, but listen, man. This topic, I'm about to hurt some feelings. And if this is your favorite player, either close your ears or open your ears, open your eyes, and listen to the words that's about to come out my mouth. Because I'm about to speak nothing but facts. We talk about my man, Kevin Durant, KD, coming from the DMV, DC, becoming one of the best draft picks coming out of the draft. I believe after Greg Oden, if I'm not mistaken, coming out of Texas, right? You know what I mean? We talking about MVP caliber player, MVP player, NBA Finals, made multiple NBA Finals appearances, made one in 2012, and then of course made the rest in 2017, 2018, 2019, won 2 out of his 4 appearances. I mean, number 35, the Nikes, one of the best to ever do it. I mean, Kevin Durant's that guy. It's KD. We know who he is. You know what I mean? But this video is going to be about, is this Kevin Durant's last chance of showing and proving that he can lead a team by himself? That he can lead a team without a co-star? That he can lead a team with just complementary players? That he can lead a team without a superstar on his left, without a superstar on his right? So let's get into the facts. We know the facts that Kevin Durant is an MVP, 2014 MVP, All-Star, multi-time All-Star, NBA Finals MVP, I believe twice NBA Finals MVP. I can't be wrong, but we know he's an NBA champion with the Golden State Warriors, and we know the ups and downs he had. We know the teams that he had. Let's talk about his first team, OKC team, 2012, young team, Serge Ibaka, Westbrook. Then, of course, you have my man James Harden coming off the bench. When James Harden left, did it kind of hurt the team a little bit because James Harden kept up the tempo off the bench? Yes. But let's move forward. We have still got Serge Ibaka, still got Westbrook, still got KD. You still got Steven Adams, other complementary players. Guess what? They make it to the Western Conference championship round, the Western Conference round in 2016. Again, too, the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's backpedal. That 2012 team, by the way, reached the NBA Finals. Because remember, the year prior, the Mavericks had beat the Heat. That was the Heat's first run to the Finals. Then a year later, 2012, OKC. Which, in my opinion, I don't believe that's a memorable Finals. It is, but it isn't. For one, OKC was young. For two, OKC, they didn't have a lot of experience, but a lot of people thought that they would have another crack at it, and a lot of cracks at it, and they lost. They lost against, I mean, you got to think about it, man. That Heat team was stacked. We talking about LeBron James, who wanted a ring. Dwayne Wade, who been there, who knew what it was like to get a ring. Chris Bosh, who wanted a ring. Then you got countless of other players, man. I mean, we can talk about Shane Battier. We could talk about Mike Miller, Udonis Haslem, Mario Chalmers. So they lost against that team, you know what I mean, the big three, which is understandable. But let's go on, like I said, to the Western Conference championship round. 2016, 2015, they didn't make it far because my man KD was out with a foot injury. In 2014, they didn't make it far because the Spurs was on their revenge tour. But 2016 was supposed to be their year. And they made me into a believer. You want to know why? Because they made it to the Western Conference championship round against who? Golden State. Steph Curry was the unanimous MVP that year, back-to-back. Draymond Green playing hard defensive ball. Then you got my main man, who was it? Klay Thompson, the other half of the Splash Brothers. And then you got Andre Iguodala, a great player. Sean Livingston off the bench. I remember if it was that year, 2015, he scored 20 points off the bench. I mean, that team with a mix of veterans, with a mix of championship type of players, and I believe they had broke the Bulls records going 73 wins in the season. That team had the higher upper hand going into that series. But guess what? OKC had a chip on their shoulder. Hold on. OKC had a chip on their shoulder. Hold on, let me say it again. OKC had a chip on their shoulder, coach. They had a chip on their shoulder, coach. They was trying to prove something. What they was trying to prove, they could make it to the finals again. They was trying to prove that the only reason why they didn't get far last year, KD was out and injured. Last year was just a fluke. They was trying to prove that they can ball with the best. They was trying to prove that this is the NBA team, NBA Finals team. And KD was definitely going hard. I mean, that dude had a great season that year. Westbrook was playing team ball. Steven Adams was coming into age. He became Aquaman. And then, of course, you have, Serge Ibaka was doing his thing. So, I say that to say this. That team had it. It was no excuse. Yeah, you playing against a championship team, but this team, not only on paper, but on floor, they was better. And they did it by leading the series 3-1. I repeat, they led the series 3-1. So, 3-1. All you had to do was win one more game in game 5. Okay, cool, you lose. Game 6, 4-2. That's it. They lead throughout the whole game. And for some reason, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, they hit the switch. I repeat, in the fourth quarter, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry hit the switch. Then it led to a game 7. OKC just couldn't come back from that. Now you would think, well, it's a travesty. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We can come back next season. What does KD do? KD makes a phone call. Hey, Golden State, man. How much y'all paying? I'll take that, man. I want a ring. I'll never forget this. When I was in middle school, I was in summer school at that time. Don't ask me why I was in summer school. I'm not proud of it. One of my lowest moments, but it is what it is. I seen Kevin Durant standing next to Steve Kerr with a Golden State jersey. I said the NBA is ruined. That's when I knew the NBA changed forever. For them to allow Kevin Durant to join an already NBA Finals caliber team like that, for one, disrespectful. For 2, in my opinion, a coward move. And for 3, bro, he hurt his legacy. I don't care how many rings he got with the Warriors. He hurt his legacy after that, in my opinion. Still a championship player. Still an NBA Finals MVP type of player, which he acquired that. But, yeah, people still going to look at you sideways. So the following season, he becomes Cupcake. The following season, you got the other side saying if it wasn't for Kevin Durant, OKC wouldn't be on the map, which is true. Then you got the other side saying it don't matter. You still a cupcake. You still choose the other side, knowing that it was going to make it to the finals anyway. But I digress. Then, 2017, 2018 season, he gets his rings. NBA Finals MVP. Hey, man. 2019, I believe he was injured throughout that season. I believe he was injured. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. It's a lot of speculation on why Kevin Durant left. On one end, you can say he left because Draymond Green. On the other end, you can say he probably left, in my opinion, I think he left because he wanted to prove that he can do it himself. He got tired of the cupcake talk. He got tired of, you had to leave and go to an already made team to win a ring. And it could be a little bit of both. Would it be the Draymond Green incident? Would it be the outside noise? Would it be dude just wanted to go test his skills on the Eastern Conference? Speaking of the Eastern Conference, he goes to the Brooklyn Nets and gets a $400 million contract. And then, of course, they got Kyrie. And then, of course, they got James Harden. Reunited and it feels so good. Wait a minute. So you got James Harden, you got Kyrie, you got KD. Now, in my opinion, they didn't need Kyrie or James. They could have got either or. Would it be James or Kyrie? In my opinion, because who's going to touch the ball? These are both guards. It's not like you got a small forward, a power forward, or a guard, power forward, and a center. That's just my opinion. But hey, man, they did make it work somehow, even though KD's big toe stepped on the 3-point line. And then, Kyrie Irving's debacle with the whole Jewish and anti-Semitic rant, so-called, bringing bad publicity, media scrutiny to the Brooklyn Nets. And then with him not wanting to get the injection, even though that's his prerogative, that's his free will, if he didn't want to get the COVID injection, then James Harden, he said, I'm out. What? James Harden, he said, I'm out. Let me say it one more time. James Harden, he said, I'm out. James Harden was the first to dip out of this Brooklyn Nets big three. KD injuries up and down. Kyrie with his thing. And then it just didn't work from there. Now, Kevin Durant goes to the Phoenix Suns, which they try to do another big three. I believe it's him, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. That didn't work. Now, we're here with the Houston Rockets. Now, before I get into my opinion, let's talk about the facts. With the Houston Rockets, the roster, you got a mixture of the old and the young, the new and the old, veteran and young and youthful players. So you got Amen Thompson, you got Steven Adams, you got Jeff Green, you got Fred VanVleet, you got Clint Capella. I like the roster. On paper, it sounds like a good roster. On paper, it sounds like 2015 Atlanta Hawks. Not too many stars, but complimentary players. Or better yet, 2017 Boston Celtics, where you had Isaiah Thomas, who was the star, but you had, Jay Crowder. You had Avery Bradley. You had Marcus Smart. You know what I mean? So this team has a chance of going far, but you got to remember, this is still the Western Conference. So you still may have to go against Golden State. You still got the LA Lakers. Dallas Mavericks won't be as tough, but you still got them. You know what I mean? Now, do I think they can still go far? Most definitely, because the Spurs ain't really big dogs no more. You know what I mean? The Lakers, they still trying to figure it out. So they just still got a chance. And with Amen Thompson teaming up with KD, I feel like that'd be a great match made in heaven, because Amen Thompson is a pretty solid defender. Dude can get up off the ground. Dude can block shots. Dude can let you know, hey, I may not get all the points, but I'm a hustler. I die for the ball. While KD, pick and roll, pick and pop, move off the ball, dribble hezzy, So the team is set. Now here's my opinions. Matter of fact, it's an opinion but / question. The question for y'all: can KD lead a team himself? Can KD showcase that he doesn't need to jump from team to team for superstars like how he was when he was with OKC, when he had a team that was naturally built around him? Can KD do it himself? Or will KD be remembered as somebody who choked, jump shipped, and was a bandwagon with multiple All-Stars, championship team, and hey, he got his ring that way because he ain't had no worries going to the NBA Finals. So KD is gonna have to do it himself. He's gonna have to lead this team. And I know some people are gonna be like, why is he trying to make it hard for the man? It shouldn't be easy. No, it should not be easy. But the way he did it, it's like I wouldn't say he cheated the game, because hard work is hard work, practice is practice. But in a sense, the way he did it just didn't come off right. And, a lot of people would compare KD's move to LeBron's move. Totally different. LeBron did not do the same what KD did. When LeBron went to the Heat and teamed up with Wade and Bosh, that team wasn't an NBA Finals team. But when LeBron and Bosh signed that contract and Wade was already there, that's when it became a Finals caliber team. Same thing with the Boston Celtics. When Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen teamed up with Paul Pierce at the Celtics, that's when they became an NBA Finals team. The Boston Celtics was not an NBA Finals team before Ray Allen and KG got there, and it was just Paul Pierce. When KD went to Golden State, that was already a made team. Like the Italian mob be saying, he's a made man. He can't be touched. This team was already made. So for him to touch that team and join that team with Durant and 35 on it, it was like a slap in the face, not only to the league, but also to the way the NBA game was being played. And this is not to, because I'm gonna make a new video on this, how the NBA needs to become fun again, how the NBA can be fun again. But that's a whole nother other video, a whole nother other conversation. I feel like when KD joined the team, dude, it hurt the competition. It hurt the competition in terms of there was a force that can't be reckoned with, but it hurt the competition in terms of we already know who's gonna win. So what's the point? When you look at games and you know who's gonna win already, it's not fun anymore. It's no real competition. It's either you get down or lay down, and if you lay down, you stay down. Beanie Siegel, you dig? Too many people was laying down. So Kevin Durant doesn't have that anymore. Kevin Durant is gonna have to make these teams work. This ain't no Kyrie. This ain't no James Harden either. You got you a Amen Thompson. You got you a Steven Adams. You got you a Jeff Green. You got you a Clint Capella. What they say in the streets, you got to make something shake. So can KD lead a team himself again like how he did with OKC? Because if not, his legacy is on the line. And yeah, y'all in the comment section gonna feel some type of way and be like, oh, how dare you? You don't know what you talking about. Look at the way you look. I know y'all be in my comment section. Y'all be in y'all feelings. But ask yourselves this. If KD had to jump ship to another team full of all-stars and NBA champions to get his 2 rings, right? Even though you can make the argument, well, without KD, they wouldn't have got there. You can say that, even though they was going to get there anyway. Riddle me this. Can KD actually lead a team himself? Riddle me this. Why did KD choke when he had the chance to do it himself with OKC back in 2016? Riddle me that. So for all y'all that's gonna feel some type of way and be like, okay, yeah, you just hater, you just doing the most, bruh. This is one of my best videos. Mark my words. When the NBA season starts, y'all gonna watch this video. However the NBA season from this 2025-26 season turns out for KD, y'all gonna watch my videos, and especially this one, because I gave you everything about his career and why I'm saying his legacy is on the line. Because you jump from team to team. Then the Brooklyn Nets team, I can't blame him for that. With the whole Kyrie Irving media scrutiny, then James Harden jumping ship, I can't blame him for that. And they almost could have went far, but they didn't. Was it the Milwaukee Bucks? Bro, you KD. So, I mean, hey man. His legacy, like I said, Kevin Durant's legacy is on the line. And the reason why I say that, and I'm going to end it off like this. When Kevin Durant is on that Hall of Fame podium, which he will be, and mark my words, it's going to be that one person. That one person that's going to say, well, if it wasn't for him going to Golden State, he wouldn't have got those rings. And let me ask y'all this. When KD makes it to the Hall of Fame, are you going to remember KD being an NBA champion, one of the best to ever do it? Or are you going to hold it over KD's head and remember him jumping ship when the times got tough and said, you know what, I'm going to go to a team that was already stacked? Ooh, I struck the nerve, huh? Are you going to remember Kevin Durant as the Finals MVP, NBA All-Star, one of the best to ever do it, a freak of nature when it comes to his figure and his body? Or are you going to remember, or are you going to hold it over his head? Well, if Kevin Durant didn't go to the Golden State Warriors, he wouldn't have got those rings. Where would he be without those rings? Come on now. Are you going to ask that question? And I know some of y'all are. Some of y'all going to bring that up. If not you, your homies. If not your homies, they homies. If not that commentator, this commentator. But hey, man, I'm just giving you my thoughts, my opinions, and the facts, you dig? So, Hey man, it's your boy KJ, the host of the Broadcast Podcast, giving you the, live, latest news information on SL, sports language. And I'll put it to you like this. If you got an opinion, debate me about it. If you disagree with what I say or said, you can debate me about it. Hold on. If you don't like what I said, debate me about it. Let me say that again, because y'all got me stuttering. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. If you got an opinion, you can debate me about it. If you disagree with what I say or said, you can debate me about it. If you don't like what I say or said, debate me about it. Speaking of debate me about it, put it in the comment section. Hold on the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that's right. If you got something to say, like, comment, subscribe. So you get your livest, latest news information from your boy, the host, KJ, Broadcast Podcast, SL Sports Language, and I'm out.